Hey guys, got another build, and this one is a static strike build. So, you know, it's a little bit of a walking simulator. I'm not generally a big fan of these types of things, but I added a couple of buttons since you know, I don't really have much to do anyway, so figured might as well, you know. But of course, you can probably not play Warden if you don't want buttons, although a Warden is a lot of damage, and I figured why not, you know. So let me just hire this guy for a little bit of a lightning extra damage, lucky hits. Uh, I don't really need it, I just figured, you know, extra life so you can kind of gauge the damage a little bit better. The damage is pretty good. It's not the best, but I put this build together for 20 Divine, so there's obviously more room for improvement, and as you can see, my life pool isn't great either, because I got like crafted life everywhere. This thing doesn't even have life in general. But anyway, so let's run at tier 17. Less life recovery is not great for me, because I am a leech character, so let's hope those instant leeches are going to be enough. Generally they do a pretty good job because we hit so many times. But you know, this build is a walking simulator basically, with you having to hit every once in a while. You do need to press endurance, sorry, not enduring cry, intimidating cry, because it snapshots our damage, and basically that's it. Like, you hit every 3 seconds or something, and make sure you press those tinctures. And then you just walk forward. Our tinctures do give us a lot of damage. I think they give like 3 times damage, but we have close to 100% uptime, although it really does depend on you. If you don't forget to click on them, right? But you know, if you activate them whenever they go off cooldown, you know, you've got pretty good damage. In tier 16s, the tinctures aren't mandatory. You have enough damage to clear the tier 16s without the tinctures, but you know, the rares, they will take a couple of hits. But with tinctures, generally you're, let's see, this beast, this red beast, we're hitting him, tinctures activate, and there you go, he's dead. So as you can see, the beasts, I mean, not the beasts, like the damage when you have the tinctures up is very solid. Just need to not forget to press them, right? And the only thing about this build is, well, I mean, the only complaint that I have with this build is that I don't have any extra duration, so I have to press static strike pretty often. Granted, you can maybe sacrifice some damage if you want for more duration. You're like 6 points away from that. Where's the boss? Oh, there he is. And you know, it will feel a little bit better. 7 points, I think, with the mastery as well. And also you can get the rune graph for more duration, which both those things, this build could feel pretty good. But I didn't really want to sacrifice more damage. But you know, granted, it's probably better to do so. Alright, so let me just walk around first, dodge this thing, and then we hit. And of course we also have unbound ailments when we need that extra burst. Now, since this is an evasion build, you know how it goes with evasion builds, so you can sometimes just die. But generally, you know, like with Horfrost, we have a little bit of survivability. Yet again, I chose Citadel for a showcase, and it's just horrible. But I think we're doing all right. We're not getting insta killed by the walls. I mean, by the mirror. I don't like it. You know, this build is something. Alright, time to hit. hit again. And you know, for Citadel, this boss is horrible because like I can't always stand close. I guess I technically can because I can survive the hits, but my leech isn't doing much. Against bosses, at least. No! I knew it! Now we're out of endurance charges. Gonna stack them up. And I don't think I'll live long enough to stack them up. I forgot Intimidating Cry. Anyway, you know, like it's the build is it's interesting, I guess. But for 20 divines, you know, it's not that bad. Put this whole thing together for 20 divines, there's like nothing really spectacular on here. I am level 95, but you know, it's an evasion character, so it's a little bit hard to level after this. Not impossible, of course. But anyway, let's go over the tree. So we're basically grabbing all the tincture effects, because tinctures are just insane. They triple our damage. Some crit nodes. We have shock avoid jewels, of course. Potentially with like one good jewel and good boots, you could just go with one. But I'm poor, so I went with two. I have a Watcher's Eye. I bought this thing for 4 divines. It's probably the most expensive item, along with Rakiatos, also 4 divines, because it's good rolls, right? So these two things, they're like the most expensive items in the build. Grabbing some charge duration, because we're using the endurance charge tech for, you know, for the body armor. You can also get like fortify, but I don't know, maybe instead use celestial brace if you really want to push this build further, but you will have to fix suppression, so maybe grab these nodes and drop some damage or something. I don't know, if you want a little bit more survivability, if it's up to you, if you know this is not up to your standards. With 1 level, the 60% increased damage is also very good value, because you don't really need the attack speed, so you don't get that. I have a Lethal Pride over here with 1 Intimidate somewhere over here, and then just a bunch of crit stuff and melee damage, I guess. Nothing really crazy. This was 1 divine, so you know. We do need some mana reserve, not that much. I bought this Ashes with this Champion of the Cause already allocated, but you don't need it. So instead you can just get more damage if you want, or I don't know, life or something. Up to you. Other than that, you know, we have the sword nodes. Sword nodes are very good. We get some crit because we're not capped on crit. With power charges and max effect Battle Mage's Cry, we are close to cap, but you know, this lasts 3.5 seconds and the cooldown on this thing is 4 seconds, and then you know, you need to like press it when there's monsters around. So this isn't 100% uptime, of course, but it's a nice extra boost. So you know, when you're fighting a boss, just press both of them, and then you know, both of these, both your tinctures, and then just go ham, right? Wind Dancer are pretty good because we got a lot of evasion. Very solid node. I like it, especially if you're using Kintsugi, but you know, I'm not. But anyway, some life leech, of course. Life nodes, we don't have too many life nodes, so make sure you grab all of those, and these ones as well. Potentially, you know, you could grab these as well if you want. Again, if you want more defenses, right? And frenzy charges against bosses are generated with the Mark Mastery. This is pretty much the only way. For mapping, I have this. And power charges come from Assassin's Mark. I also have Enhance, because right now it's 40 Chaos, so figured, you know, get Enhanced on here, so it's a little bit faster to generate power charges against bosses from the Assassin's Mark. I have blind nodes, 2 blind tattoos on here, just so, you know, we get a little bit more evasion against bosses. In maps, you don't proc it too often, but it doesn't matter. In maps, the mobs are just dying fairly fast anyway. What else? What else? Get the Val Strike skills, non-Val Strike skills, target 1 additional enemy for sure, because it's annoying, you know, having to actually aim your hit. So instead just get this and it will proc Static Strike for you. So it's a little bit more comfy to play. got some this taken as cold, this taken as fire, doesn't matter which one, we're 75% on all of them, and we have element immunity, so just whichever rolls first, get that one, except chaos, of course. Chaos res is not capped, as per usual, got 36, with flask we're at 72, so you know, for mapping it's good enough. The taming, because we do wanna ignite, because we have this as well, right? So we got 15% chance to ignite. I really want to save points, but 15 is enough because this gives us 10 ourselves, so 25%, and we hit like 4 times a second, a little bit more. I think it's like, oh yeah, almost 5 times a second. So you know, it's plenty, and good value from taming. Yoke is an option, but Ashes is also pretty good for, you know, beams hitting more frequently, so it's also like comparable. Better for mapping, a little bit worse for bossing, but damage is like close to identical, so it's up to you really. But probably go with Ashes. But yeah, this is it. This is the tree. The items, you know, just whatever I managed to put together, doesn't really matter. Just cap your resistances, cap suppression, and that's about it. I do have a level 21 Wrath, for which I needed a lot of int. I'm using this old ring for that, but you know, you probably don't need this type of ring. Just get int from helmet and instead get resistances from the ring or something. Or Abyss Jewels, I guess, because we're using two. At least I am. But anyway, that is it for today. I know this build's alright. Not a big fan of these AFK type skills, but figured I'd cook one, see what's what, and it'll turn out alright. Not too expensive, and you can, you know, clear tier 17s. So I guess it's a success. But anyway, that's about it for today, and I will talk to you guys sometime. We'll see when the inspiration strikes. Yep, that is it. Bye bye.